Well, 2023 Saskatchewan Men's Amateur Champion. I knew we'd have this talk one day, Josh. So now that it's here, how does this feel for you?
It feels amazing. Yeah, definitely ranks up there with one of the more special ones. This is kind of the one in Saskatchewan I want to kind of knock off and win, and it feels awesome to finally have done that.
Yeah, the first 2 rounds, 72-72. The old adage is, right, you can't win it on the first day, but you can lose it. Clearly, you just hung in until you found it here in the final couple days.
Yeah, wasn't putting great, and then my dad watched the second round, gave me a little tip on just some speed control stuff. So, and then yesterday putted really well, was bogey free, and then today putted not as good, but still pretty solid. Made some 5-10 footers when it mattered, and yeah, it just kind of just all came down to the putting being there.
Yeah, a fast start today. Did that maybe let your mind ease because it was tight off the first tee? A couple birdies in the first 3 holes and widen the gap a little bit, hey?
Yeah, definitely that front nine's a little bit more gettable than the back, so just to get some birdies off the start was pretty nice, and just kind of rolled with that. Then turning onto the back nine, the par on 11 was big, and then just one little bogey there, and besides that, thought played pretty solid and just did what I had to do.
When do you know that this? I mean, obviously, probably until the pins in the hole. But when do you know that this thing is kind of yours?
Probably after 17 green. I was thinking about hitting iron on 18, but I liked that wind, and I thought an eagle on the last would have been kind of cool, so I tried to go for that. But yeah, even on 18, still kind of had to stay in the moment and just make sure I didn't do anything too dumb there.
Yeah, middle of the green, did it with style. That puck goes in. What's the feeling like?
Thank God. I don't want to have a 4-footer coming back up the hill in front of a bunch of people, but yeah, I'm happy it dropped, and overall happy with the entire week. Your
brother's been playing some great golf this summer. What's it like to share this moment with him on the bay? Because you've been doing this a long time together.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was caddying for him out at the Central, and then he caddied for me a bunch of times, Elkridge, and then he came down to Toronto for the Canadian Open Monday, caddied there, so he kind of knows how I am on the golf course and knows my tendencies, and he's just kind of able to just be a second set of eyes and just kind of bounce ideas off with shots and putts, and yeah, it's really good.
So obviously you're heading back to school for hopefully another big college year, but nationals before that. What's the goal going in there? I'm going to assume it's, you're in a point in your life where you have a chance to go really compete at this thing. Yeah,
obviously been there the past few years, so just kind of make sure my game's in a good spot and go from there. Try not to get ahead of myself. Heard the one golf course is really tough, so just make sure everything's nice and sharp and just go from there, see how it goes.
You got to play with Chase and Tommy today. Riverside showing well. I don't think this is going to be the last time you guys play together in a championship round. A nice future for Saskatchewan golf with the trio, and there's a few guys outside of that, but looking good right now. Hey, and probably a fun day with those two.
Yeah, honestly, I made a joke on the one hole. I was like, this just feels like a Tuesday afternoon out at Riverside, but yeah, no, it's obviously fun to play with people and it was tight, and there's always a little bit of competitiveness there, even out at Riverside. So yeah, and it's looking forward to see what those two do down in Nichols next year.
Yeah, perfect. Here we are, 3-time provincial champion. Congratulations, Josh.
Thanks.